Alright guys, hello and welcome back to another episode of Tsukihime. Last time, new vampire just dropped. Actually, he's been here the whole time. Um, but yeah, we're working with Arquid to take him out, or her, or they, whatever. And yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. So let's just get right into this. There we go. Back then, the whole mansion was like a giant playground. The garden, a deep forest. The house, a tall castle. We played in our own little world, which would take days to explore. Every day was fun. No one thought about ever growing up, and we believed that days and nights would always be the same. It was just a childhood spent playing like puppies. We got along wonderfully, and we were the best of playmates. Whenever I turned back, Atia would be there waving her hands and hiding shyly. Yes, always the same. At that time, the mansion was a giant playground, the garden a deep forest, the house a tall castle. We played in our own little world, which would take days to explore. I slowly awaken and open my eyes. The morning light wraps around me and my sleepiness starts to lift. As the last vestiges clear, I sense that I had a very nostalgic dream. As soon as I open my eyes, I start to see those terrible things jump into my vision. My head stabs with pain. Good. I scramble for my glasses by my pillow and put them on. I take in some air. After taking a few deep breaths, I manage to calm down. Why did I so early? Seeing those lines so clearly this early in the morning. It's difficult to see the lines of death in buildings. It's usually hard to see them, and seeing them so clearly like I did just now is rare. Maybe we're using it too much, though we haven't used... Did we use it? We used it yesterday, but like barely. What's more, I even saw those points. I think my headache is getting worse too. Sensei said these eyes would attract things that weren't good. I think Archmid and these vampires are certainly not good. So maybe it's all affecting my eyes and making them stronger. Can't be. I'm probably just tired. Huh? Come to think of it, Hisui is in here. Yeah, where's our alarm clock? Well, she doesn't actually wake us up, she just like stares at us and waits until we wake up, so. It's already past 7. Normally she would have already come in and woke me up. Never mind, apparently she does wake you up. I don't know, last encounter she was just like staring at us. Maybe Hisui slept in. But I see my freshly prepared uniform on my desk. What's this? Maybe she had some other duties. I'm a little curious, but I guess it doesn't concern me. I don't have time this morning, so I should just hurry up and change and go to the sitting room. Ah. I drove from the lobby towards the sitting room. I realized I forgot something terribly important. I opened the door and stand there without taking a single step forward. Atya is in the sitting room. Tawatu is nearby, and the two of them are drinking tea silently. Normally she would say, "Good morning, Nisan." Oh yeah, that's the last time we saw her. We kind of just ran away. It was so dumb. No matter how angry she might be, but she doesn't even look at me this morning. It goes without saying. Arkwid's coming here last night has some very lasting repercussions. Atia's irritation is permeating the air. You could practically cut the tension with a knife. Good morning, Shiki-san. Well, it seems like she remained unaffected at least. Ah, yeah, good morning, Kohaku-san. Raising a hand to Kohaku-san, I enter the sitting room. Atia glares at me as I shuffle into the sitting room. Oh, I'm not gonna succumb to this silent pressure. I mean, what does she want us to say? Probably like why we ran out? I mean, that's kind of reasonable, I guess, but I don't know, just like resist it. Oh, options. I should smooth things over with a cheerful greeting. I won't do something stupid, so just greet her normally. No, all I can do is apologize. Honestly, this is one of the rare times where all three sounds kind of good. I feel like Maybe one wouldn't go over since she's always so, mad. Or serious, I guess. I think 3's right. Either 3 or 1. Maybe 3. Also, I don't have the walkthrough up. Let's just lock in 3. But let's see what it says. What day is this, man? Oh my god, it's 1. Let's go. Based. That's the funny option. First of all, I have to change the mood. It seems like I'll lose to her silent pressure if I act normally, so I'll have to switch my approach. Good morning, I say to her in English. What a great morning, isn't it, Akia? Ha 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 ha. I greet her frankly. Good one? Hit her with the English. I think she's staring at me harder. Maybe our English sucks. Ouch. If I keep receiving her silent pressure, without a doubt she'll bore a hole right through me. I'm gonna get some breakfast, so I'm off to the dining room. Yep. I should retreat to the dining room. Nissan. Her voice stops me dead in my tracks. Well, of course she wouldn't let me go like that. What? Did you need anything from me? I try and play dumb. She doesn't even bat an eyelash. I have something to discuss with you before breakfast. Please sit there on the sofa. Got it. Please keep it as short as possible. Damn, we're making demands? That we're under pressure. I guess he always says that when talking to people, though. He did that to Arquid, too. Hey, let me explain to you this very important vampire lore. Okay, but, like, can you keep it short as possible? It's like, no, I want to hear the lore, dude. That's why we got broken up into parts. We could have known everything in that one scene. Kawaku-san, brings me a teacup. Her smile seems to say, hang in there, okay? And I'm able to gather up at least a little courage. I drink a mouthful of tea and meet her gaze. So, what do you want to talk about, Akia? That woman last night, just what is she to you? Straight into it, huh? Duh. That was close. Akia is normally so roundabout, but this time she asked straight on. I'm taken so much by surprise I almost sprayed tea everywhere. Nissan, did you hear me? Yeah, I hear you. Loud and clear. Then please answer. That woman from last night, just what is she to you, Nissan? That is a troubling question. She's a friend, a person I agreed to help. A friend so important you had to leave in the middle of the night? Yes, I don't intend to have to approve all of the relationships you have, but you're in school now, correct? The eldest son of the Tono family going to places with some strange woman in the middle of the night. Please stop doing such shameless things. Okay, don't make it sound... Just making it sound extra weird. It's already weird. You don't need to word it like that, man. As she speaks, her cheeks flush and she looks away. I see. Akia thinks my relationship with Arquid is like that. Wait, Akia. There's really nothing between us. I'm just helping her find something. After that, we won't ever see each other again. Maybe. Oh, really? You certainly seem very close. That must be my imagination, right, Nissan? Her gaze is cold. If I lie with something like that's not it, things will be much easier, but more than the fact that I don't want to lie to Akia, I really don't want to say that we aren't close. That may not be her imagination. Maybe. Right. You're panicking like I've never seen you before. He was tweaking, man. It could have been so, like... He made it awkward, honestly. If it was, like, calm and collected and just talked normally and stuff, like, it just wouldn't even be an issue, I think. You were never serious about anything, and now you show all this emotion. Just what's gotten into you? That's not it. I was just totally caught off guard that she actually come here. That woman calmly waited for you the whole time, Nissan. She casts a sideways glare at me. She really seems convinced that Arquid and I are dating. Katya. You're getting it completely wrong. In the first place, we first met... by me killing her, but I swallow the rest of those words. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say that. It'll be too stupid to tell the truth. But I can't even think of a good excuse, and I can only stammer. If you cannot answer, then let's change the question. You've been calling that woman her this whole time. What is her name? She didn't introduce herself when she was sitting here for like an hour or however long she was here? That's kind of crazy. Arkwid. I see. So you did not meet at school? There are no foreign exchange students at your high school. How do you know that? I mean, she probably looked into this shit. Like Takia says, there's no one from overseas at my school. It's right, but why does she know that much? So Nissan, just where in the world did you meet a person like that? In the city. Just a coincidence. Oh, a coincidence. Then Arkwid must have talked to you? No, we started the interaction, I guess, technically. Ah, no, I was the one who taught to her. Well, not quite taught, but I was the one that initiated our contact. Yeah, exactly. Why did he talk to her? I thought Arkwid's sound was nothing to you. Or did he only intend it like that from the beginning? Her questions are right on the mark. Step by step, she draws closer to my secret. Like a snake staring at a frog, she ignores all my excuses and is trying to drive me in a corner. Just say she's hot, bro. I talked to her till she was hot. Like, what is she trying to say to that, man? Who cares? I can now only use force to end this conversation. That's enough. I said she's nothing to me. As we scream, Jesus. Besides, whatever I do doesn't concern you. True, kinda. You don't have any right to complain about who I date anyways. I mean, saying that and screaming, I said she's nothing to me, is like pretty sus, but whatever. I point at her directly. After giving an angered face, she stands up without a sound. That's odd. I thought she would yell back at me, but instead she appears very uncomfortable and looks away. It's because you yelled at her, man. Don't yell at your little sister, even though she was drilling you. Even I didn't want to say this, but it's just, I get a bad feeling from her. If it was anyone else, I would just be resigned to it. Well, I guess we'll see in the Chia route. Not Chia, oh my god. What's her name? CL, not Chia. Whoops. But for you, I mean, imagine. Where's the Chia reference, you know? Could have put a random Chia reference in making this remaster. Would have been funny. But for you to be ensnared by her, doesn't that make me just a big fool? I don't know why, but she regretfully bites her lips as she says these words. That's why I'm saying she's nothing special. What's wrong, Akia? You seem a little strange. She's just concerned. That's enough. If you want to do as you please, then feel free, Nissan. Akia storms noisily out of the lobby. You handled that one well, I guess. I don't understand anything at all. Classic. Oh, Shiki-san, that was horrible of you. Kaku-san gives a disappointed sigh and starts walking after her. Poor Akia-sama. If you're gonna bring your lover, please bring someone more normal. If you did that, Akia-sama would have understood. Kaku-san disappears towards the lobby after Akia. That's one way to start the morning, man. Wake you up better than a cup of coffee. Fourth period class is about modern society. The mood in the classroom is somewhat lighter than usual before lunch. Today is Wednesday, so there's one less hour of classes than usual. Why is that, man? That's kind of sick. After lunch, there's homeroom and an hour of deciding what to do for the cultural festival. Okay, it's not just an every Wednesday. Dude, cultural festival art, you know, I always love those. Actually, I say that, but have I read any visual novels with cultural festival arts? I was thinking there had to be one in Higurashi, but I don't think there was. I mean, the school is way too fucking small to have a cultural festival. I'm just thinking about the other normal festivals they do. Anyways, hype. What's more, tomorrow's a school holiday, so after this fourth period is over, it's practically vacation already. Did a full day to search for the vampires, man. It's only natural for everyone to be waiting for the end of class bell to ring. Sleepy. I give a big yawn. The class is completely unchanged. The whole day progresses, but nothing out of the ordinary. Come to think of it, I've been through many strange experiences, I almost feel odd just sitting in class. And after classes are over and night falls, I'll have to go out once more with Artwood. Thinking of that, I really don't have time to be fooling around here. I look at my reflection in the window glass. Tonoshiki's face seems to be happy for some reason. Grrr. I tighten my expression. It's not like roaming the streets with Artwood is fun, so why am I acting like this? Sure, buddy. Oh, wait, she's out there. Artwood, maybe. There's really something wrong. Looking out the window and into the rear courtyard, I can see an illusion of her waving her hand at me and saying, hey. Well, I was trying to say little risky there, but she doesn't know about CL, because we kind of talked about, or she alluded to the church, but she's like, there's no way they would send someone out here, to kill it, to kill the vampires. Hey, wait a minute. What? I push myself onto the window and look down. I can only see the very edge of the rear courtyard, but without a doubt, Artwood is in her usual manner is at my school. I look around the classroom. Fortunately, there's no one who noticed the strange foreigner waving to me. What is she thinking? I moan to myself as I clutch my head. But complaining does me no good. There's about 20 minutes till lunch. What are you gonna do, Shiki? If you leave her alone, who knows what she'll do? I mean, obviously, we need to go down. What do you mean? I think that's one, but I guess we'll look at the walkthrough. Why would we just leave her there? That's crazy. Walkthrough. Where am I? Go to the courtyard now. Perfect. The other ones are psycho. Go to the courtyard now. That's right. Preventable disasters should be stopped before they happen. Before she can start any interesting trouble, I have to take her off the school grounds. Sensei, I feel my anemia coming, so I need to leave. I raise my hand and after getting permission from the teacher, fly out of the classroom. Man, that is such a good excuse, though. What can they say about that? Ah, you're here. That was a pretty fast sprint. You're looking pretty lively this morning, Shiki. You actually, healed yet? She's, crippled the whole game, man. I wonder if it's, an art. There probably is going to be an art. Kind of like in, Fate, where we don't kill her. So, she's actually full strength. It's probably, one of the side arts. Because, if she's full strength, she can just deal with Nero and everything else while we, do whatever the fuck with our, with the side characters or whatever. I don't know, I'm just guessing. They should do that though, man, because she's supposed to be the strongest vampire ever, but we're definitely not going to see her full strength in this route, I think. She's just not going to have time to heal, ever. My jaw hangs wide open. As I sprint into the courtyard, Artwood greets me with her usual radiance. It's smaller than I expected. I thought a stool would be much bigger than this. Kia! I grab Artwood's arm. You, come with me. Dragging Artwood behind me, I dash to a place where people won't see us. Hey, what are you doing taking me here all of a sudden? This place is no fun at all. Artwood seems to be disappointed in this place, but it's not like schools. School is a really interesting place to begin with. What are you doing? That's my line, Artwood. I let go of her arm and thrust my index finger towards her face. Eh? What do you mean? I'm asking why you're walking around during the daytime and why you came to my school. You haven't even healed yet, so why can't you just settle down and rest? But since you said you would help me, I thought I would look for clues during the day. Just get your powers back. That's literally the best help we can get, I think. I didn't want to make you do any extra work. Don't worry about that. Since I said I'd help, any extra work we'll do together, so just forget about it. Jeez, you're weakest during the middle of the day, yet you still leave. Do you just enjoy making me worry? Ah, I'm sorry. No, it's not as you understand. It's okay. Artwood? I'm sorry for making you worry. No. Actually, thanks. I think my heart beats loudly. Artwood apologizing like this is a bit out of ordinary, or I think terribly cute. But you're at fault too, Shiki. I was watching for the longest time from the courtyard, but you never noticed me. I didn't know how to get inside, so I was thinking about dashing up there, up to where you were. Dash up? You mean to my classroom on the 3rd floor? Yeah, footing would be difficult on the veranda, and it's really easy to jump up there. I take it all back. As usual, she completely lacks any common sense. Good. That wouldn't have been pretty if you did that. I breathe a sigh of relief. I don't think many people noticed her. In the first place, there's only a few desks that can look out into the courtyard. You know who can, though? Freaking CL. Because I remember she was like doing the fencing or something, because she says, oh, I can see it from my window and it's ass, so I need to fix it, sort of thing. And? So why the heck did you come to my school? You said you were looking for clues. I just felt something from around here. Then I picked up your scent and realized it was your school. So you weren't thinking and you just came for no reason? I give a frown. Is she a dog or something? Well, excuse me. I came here for a reason. There's hardly any traces of the dead here, so I wanted to see it for myself. Really? But if there's no traces of the dead here, then shouldn't this place be unimportant? There's no one at school at night, so if the dead wanted some prey, they would go downtown, not to a school. Well, that does make sense. There's nothing strange here. I mean, it's Yao. Sorry, I know. But, you know, it's one of the few details I remember. Mainly because of Chia from Higurashi, so I already know she's from the church. I can't really sense the dead, but I'm sure it would have made you think. Because she is kind of sketchy throughout what we saw. Like in this art so far. I can't really sense the dead, but since my eyes can see death, I can tell without taking off my glasses. I see. If you say so, Shiki, then there's nothing strange about this place, perhaps. Not perhaps. Definitely. Arthur looks like she doesn't believe me. And then the chime rings announcing the end of 4th period. Oh no, is it lunch already? Even though most people don't stay by this grove. Since it's lunchtime, there'll be a lot of people walking by. Anyway, if we stay here any longer, people will see us. I'll keep my promise for sure, so just go home and rest. We may see the enemy tonight. Oh? You sound like you want me out of here, Shiki. She starts looking angry again. Ah, that's just your imagination, so hurry on back. Otherwise things might get a little hairy. Go. I push her from behind. Though her eyes indicate she wants to say something, she just leaves silently. After watching Artwood leave, I return to the courtyard. What is it? Someone is looking this way. Classic? And she's pissed. Senpai? No mistake, it's CL Senpai. But why is she making that expression? She has a fearsome expression that almost makes me doubt it's actually her. Senpai, I call out to her as I run. Senpai simply stands there watching me. What are you doing here? The same for you, Tono-kun. What were you doing there? Lunch has just begun, so for you to be back here, you must have skipped 4th period class. Of course not. We only skipped like 20 minutes of it. I just floated the classroom, that's all. Oh? Senpai answers without any enthusiasm. It's her normal smile, but it seems like she's glaring at me. More than that, did you eat lunch yet? If not, would you like to eat with me? I try and play it all off casually. I thought she was pissed at us. Remember she told our friend that she won't eat lunch with him if we're around? Is that over? I'm sorry, I already have someone else. I hope it's Arihito. Good luck to my boy, man. We already have a heroine this route. Please ask me some other time. For an instant, she looks incredibly down as she says that. Senpai, what's wrong? You don't look too well. No, that isn't it. It's just that it's true that fun things end rather quickly, Tono-kun. She gives a brilliant smile in contrast to before. With that, she walks inside by herself. She knows, man. She is not getting picked as heroine. We're too in deep. As expected, the debate over what to do for the cultural festival is a stormy one. What are the basic ones? Maid cafe, haunted house. I feel like that's the ones you see in anime a lot. There's probably other ones. Since every play, do a play, do some Romeo and Juliet or something. Since everyone's opinions are different, the decision gets postponed till next week. By the time it's over, it's late in the afternoon. Everyone gets up tiredly from their chairs and leaves the classroom. Well then, there's nothing to do in the classroom. I should get ready for tonight and go back to the mansion. Oh. I don't swing by anywhere else and head right back to the mansion. Finally on time. The sun hasn't quite set, so Akiya probably isn't back yet. That Akiya. I wonder if she's still mad like this morning. Well, that can't be helped either. I can't tell her the truth, so I'll probably just continue to be hated as a terrible older brother. Welcome back, Shiki-sama. Hisui bows as I enter the mansion. Yeah, I'm back. Thanks for greeting me, Hisui. It's been a week since I've come back, but I'm not used to this yet. Akiya isn't back yet. No. She told me to tell you she would be back especially late tonight. So please eat dinner on your own, Shiki-sama. Okay, fair enough. I knew she'd still be angry from this morning. I sat on my shoulders and started to walk to my room. Shumi asked where she was this morning. I'm kind of interested, man. And then, Shiki-sama. Hisui looks around the lobby before she speaks again. Forgive me for asking an awkward question, but will you be leaving tonight again, Shiki-sama? Yeah, you should just be truthful. Why not? Eh? She fixates her emotionless eyes on me. I think she simply wants to know what time I'll be back because she's so dedicated of a servant, but letting her know means Akiya would know. I would tell the truth, but let's see the walkthrough. Why not? Like, we're already deep in it. Why lie? And then if she finds out, then we're just gonna get in more trouble. Like, it feels just bad. Still, I'll tell Hisui the truth. Yes, that does seem proper. There we go. Like, why not at this point? She's already pissed. That's right. No matter how hard I try, I can't hide her from Hisui and Tohaku-san, who are in charge of maintaining the mansion. So the least I can do is let them know, but I'll be gone every night in the following days. Yeah, to tell you the truth, I'll probably leave for a number of nights starting now. I swear I'm not just playing around or doing anything bad. Hakia will probably end up hating me, but I can't stop now. Yeah, the vampire's still somewhere in the town preying on victims. As a person who lives here, I just can't pretend like I didn't see it. I know it's a burden to you, Hisui, but please overlook it. I don't know what time we'll be back, so just leave the gate unlocked. Shiki-sama, are you saying you will not tell us why? Yeah, sorry, Hisui. You didn't think I'm totally irresponsible, but please don't ask. I don't want to have to lie. No, you are my master. A servant does not despise her master like that. She speaks plainly without any expression. The conversation ends, and I go up to return to my room. Please wait. Forgive my impertinence, but after cutting off, she tightens both of her hands as she looks over at me. If you would like me to, Shiki-sama, I can keep you're leaving a secret from Akiya-sama. Eh? You mean you're not going to tell? Yes. After dinner, it is extremely rare for Akiya-sama to leave her room. Nissan and I are responsible for conducting a patrol right before she sleeps, so if I do not tell the truth, she will not know. Yeah, that helps. It helps, but is that okay? Isn't she your employer? I told you, you are my master, Shiki-sama. I'm kinda happy. I always have to tell her to stop adding sama, but at times like this, I think I'm incredibly lucky. How can I help but be happy? Yeah, that helps, so if you can, please do so. Then please use the rear entrance tonight. The front entrance will be locked, but if you have the key and use the servant's entrance, you can come and leave undetected. Oh? There's a servant's entrance. No wonder I never saw you leave through the gate. No, the only one who uses that is Nissan. She has the key, so I will get it to you later. Well then, she says, after which she bows and disappears. Alright. Help just came from an unexpected source. With this, it seems I can keep my promise with Artwood without worrying Akiya. After dinner, I go back to my room. It's almost 10 o'clock. While I was eating, History placed the key on my desk. Then, shall I go? Placing my knife in my pocket, I leave my room as quietly as I can. It's probably because of all the recent murders, but it's only 10 o'clock and there's no one in the park. The empty night hangs overhead. There, a white figure stands. Shiki. As soon as she sees me, Urquid angrily yells at me. Hey, what time do you think it is? You're 20 minutes late. Seems she came here right on time. Yeah, sorry. I left before 10 o'clock, but it took some time trying to leave the mansion without Akiya noticing. I'll definitely be on time the next time, so please forgive me. Jeez, you don't seem to realize we are going to go killing. Urquid practically pouts. Don't tell me she was waiting long before the promised time. Urquid, since what time were you waiting for me? Me? I came here as soon as I woke up, so... Urquid thinks this over. Probably since 7 o'clock. Yeah, that's a little early. 7? You were waiting for more than 3 hours? What in the world was she thinking, coming 3 hours early? It seems I'm strange. As if truly amazed, Urquid mumbles to herself. Well, I'm partly to blame because I was late, but don't you have some issues too? If you come before the agreed time, then of course you'll have to wait. Hey, that's something entirely different. The fact that you were late doesn't change. Well, that is true. But why did you wait 3 hours? If you had that much time, couldn't you have just gone back to your room? I don't know either. It somehow was fun while I was thinking it was nice waiting for you. It was already 10 o'clock. Fun? Why? Who knows? Didn't I say I didn't understand it myself? She's in love. We got her, man. Maybe because you killed me. At that time something broke that couldn't be healed. I think it's strange myself, but I can't understand what broke inside of me. Having her say that is very troubling. Having sliced her into 17 pieces, if she says there's something wrong, all I can do is apologize. It's okay. We don't have much time, so we can't waste time talking about pointless things, Shiki. Yeah, saying that really helps me out. But if you're ever late again, I'll just have to go to your house and pick you up. You're the one who couldn't keep the promise, so you have no complaints, right? No way. I'll keep it, but random unfortunate circumstances like today could happen at any time. If I'm late, that'd be the last thing you should do. Look, don't come to my house even if it's a mistake. What's more, Atia doesn't know about all this, so please don't make things more complicated than they are. Atia? Your sister that doesn't look at all like you? Excuse me? We saw Shiki when it was little. They both have black hair and blue eyes, I think. That's similar enough. No, wait. You said a little too much, but yes. I see. You're that scared of your little sister? Shut up. I just don't want to worry her. At the very best, I'm a bother to her, so I don't want to tire her out even further. You really are sweet to your sister, Shiki. I'm basically nice to everyone. Well, recently there's been an exception to that. Ahaha, that's me! You're always dense. That was an insult, not a compliment. Not at all. To you I'm an exception, right? How could I not like that? She smiles again. A child's smile, bright and carefree. If I keep seeing that, I'll lose all my venom. I'm tired all of a sudden. Let's start looking for the vampire, Artwood. Yes, it's about time. Then we'll start walking around town. Shiki, I want you to take off your glasses, but is that alright? Take off my glasses? Why? It's hard to notice them with just me. I can sense the presence of humans and non-humans, but that won't help me find the vampire. All I can sense is the presence, but with your eyes, you can quickly tell between living and dead things. So it's a waste if we don't use what we have, right? It's logical, actually. Certainly I can understand what she's saying, but taking off my glasses means... I know. Even I could feel your eyes getting stronger these past few days, and if you keep doing this, it might not be good for your health. I'm still saying despite that, but the choice lies up to you, so I'm not gonna force you. If you think it's right to do so, take off your glasses and follow me. Take off my glasses and walk around town. I haven't done that since I received these glasses 8 years ago. In the first place, the things I see without my glasses give me such a headache. It'd be easy to imagine what would happen if I walked around town. But still, just like Artwood who keeps going even with her wound. Even though her wound hasn't healed, Tonoshiki should do the same and pay back his debt. Artwood, I'm fine. Isn't it just a headache? Compared to the pain in her body must be feeling, this is nothing. It's fine, I can take off my glasses. It's like logical and smart, but this might actually backfire. I don't know, something's going... His powers are getting stronger for some reason, so... It seems a little sketchy, to be honest. It's a small price to pay to make our search easier. I see. Then let's go, Shiki. Artwood turns around and starts walking. I take off my glasses as I follow her. Purple. I follow Artwood. I haven't walked in scenery so riddled with lines since my hospitalization back then. Strangely enough, I don't get a headache. It seems just seeing them won't cause it. It's not the thin lines in the buildings, but seeing the lines on the people walking by makes me sick. Before I thought they were just lines that were easy to cut along, but now I know they are the death of things. That's why I feel disgust first. It's not that those figures of people scribbled over with lines are disgusting. Just seeing that humans are in existence so close to death makes me feel like throwing up. We walk the nighttime streets. Artwood doesn't say anything, she just continues to stride forth, resolutely. We walk for hours in the midst of town. In the end, we don't see one aberration, not one person wrapped in death. Shitty, you can put your glasses back on. It seems like no matter how much research tonight, it'll be useless. The vampires are in fortress mode, knowing that all his minions are getting taken out. Artwood concludes with a sigh. I put my glasses back on. My vision returns back to normal and I relax. Useless? Is it okay to just decide that all of a sudden? We've only looked everywhere once, right? No, just once is enough. The presence of the dead tends to linger around a place, Haven't sensed any of them around at all, so there aren't any that are active. The enemy is alert now, and most of his dead are defeated. Seriously, he really is a coward. I was so prepared to finish it all tonight, but it appears he still wants to play hide and seek. Urquid bites her lip, dissatisfied. You look like you're in a bad mood, Urquid. Of course I am. You went through such trouble to help me, but it's all meaningless now. Well, I don't really mind. If you're that dissatisfied, I don't mind going out to look again. Maybe if I concentrate more, we can find something. That's no good. I can't strain you anymore. Strain? I'm not really straining. You are. You might not realize it, but if you abuse your brain anymore, you might end up disabled. What? Disabled? Who? You. That's right, you don't exactly know how your eyes work. Okay? You said it yourself, it was easier to see the death of living things than non-living things, right? Basically, it's a problem of the circulatory of your brain. The death of things. Being able to see that cause and effect, it's closer to reading than seeing. Everything has a main reason, the one source. It's the same thing as a German scientist called the Akashic record. In other words, in the core of all phenomenon, there's something that records all things. It's less of a record than an existence, so it isn't information. It just exists. I mean, I know Akasha, that's the source that the mages do the Holy Grail for. Or like, some of them do. Or what they're supposed to do. Or what it was made for, I guess. It doesn't have any purpose in and of itself or any direction. It's like a root swirl from which flows out all reasons. Things in this world flow from that, derive from that, and preserve their current form. You and I, vampires and humans, we all originated from that. Things became more complex and separate and cannot return to the original source, the beginning. But you understand that there exists the one, right? But no matter how different a form something takes from that great source, it is all a derivative. So even if it's only a slender line, there's a thread connecting to the source. The source of all things, the record that records the beginning and the end of all things. Being connected to that means knowing the end of all things. Originally, the brain has the ability to control reception and transmission, but most humans close off all these circuits except for themselves. But there are those people who have circuits open latently. Without a single use of magic circuits, there are humans who, despite not being of a transcendental race, have the potential to create transcendent phenomena. Magi classifies them as being psychics. Didn't know about psychics in the verse, I think. While still human, they are mutants who are born with magic circuits. Such as, without any learning of the occult, someone who can see the death of things. I guess we're a psychic. Or a mutant. Psychic sounds more, pleasing, I guess. Pleasant. I'm sorry, Artwood. It appears I can't understand this kind of conversation at all. Yeah, it's kind of tough. I just know what she's talking about because I already know what the root is, so... It's okay if you can't understand, but what I want to tell you is you shouldn't try to see things that are hard to see. Probably, if you want to, you can see the death of non-living things. But in order to do that, your brain has to open its circuits from the classification of living things to the classification of non-living things in order to understand. That is normally an impossible process. As a result, it overloads your brain, and you'll end up being useless. You know, now that I think about it, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Ryogi from K&K doesn't actually, like, when she uses her ability, she doesn't actually see, like, the lines of death on the buildings and stuff. Maybe that's just a movie thing, but yeah, I think she's good at, like, she's either good at, like, not concentrating on it, or maybe, like, Tono Shiki's powers are a bit stronger if he can see, like, building lines and stuff. Maybe. And maybe that's why Ryogi can just turn hers off, because it's not as strong. Maybe. I don't know. I'm literally just saying stuff. Useless, you mean? These eyes won't be able to perceive death anymore? And I could just be wrong. Like, I know I said I watched like the first 3 movies, like a couple episodes of it. I literally haven't watched since then, but I just haven't been watching a lot of movies in general. I will definitely finish the movie series before Tsukihime. Probably. Probably. Useless. You mean these eyes won't be able to perceive death anymore? Of course not. Hey Shiki, what happens to an engine that blows up from overload? It goes to the junkyard. Once the engine breaks, you can't use it again. Oh, that's it. In other words, the headache I got from seeing death is like the screaming of an engine that is working too fast. You understand? If you can just see it, it won't be a problem. But stop trying to see things you can't perceive. The blood vessels in your brain will burst and it'll be all over. I'm speechless. I've been living like this without realizing the seriousness of it all. So the fact we didn't get a headache means we're actually kind of controlling it well? You really have to thank the magus who gave you those glasses. Most sight kids use their abilities without realizing how dangerous they are and end up disabling themselves. Well, those kind of people are often incompatible with society, so maybe that's just for the best. Alright, a little harsh, but I don't know. Don't know the history of psychics. Maybe there are a lot of bad hombres. Seems like that's the reason I'm here. I'll let you go back to living the life you had before. Sensei said that and gave me these glasses. I have so much to thank her for, my chest tightens. That person in so many ways really did save me. Huh? I feel a sharp sensation. Not pain, but something strange like an itch. Shitty? What is this? It was really only for an instant, but it was like something was in my chest. Not understanding, I placed my hand inside my shirt. Wetness. Something. Something is sticking to my chest like ink. What is this? Something's wet? Sounds like blood, but like, did someone like snipe us? I pull out my hand from my shirt. On my open palms is bright red blood. Eh? Sting. Another strange sensation. It takes me a horribly long time to understand that it's coming from an old scar in my chest. Oh, okay. Not stabbed. We're just bleeding. Shitty, yeah, that's weird. It doesn't hurt, and it's not even an open wound, but there's blood all over my chest. It's so red. A beautiful, unmuddied red that steals my eyesight. Well, it doesn't hurt, so it's gotta be okay. It seems to have stopped bleeding, so there's no need to. Artwood stares dumbfounded at my hand. No, more accurately, she stares at the red blood coating my hand. Artwood? Artwood doesn't respond. She just starts to breathe heavier. Uh-oh. Blood frenzy? The classic vampire blood frenzy? I thought she'd be, like, good at controlling it. Like, she was kind of chill when we were literally covered in blood after fighting Nero. Hey, Artwood. What's wrong? Does your wound hurt? I grab her shoulders, and then she jumps back as if she's trying to escape. Yeah, just let her go. Maybe it's because she has feelings for us now. So, like, now that she's, like, starting to understand that she wants to drink our blood more, kind of sucks for our relationship, man. She stares at me like I'm an enemy. Artwood? Shit. Key? Short, clipped. Her voice even contains enmity. I never thought about it. She averts her gaze awkwardly. What's wrong? You're acting strange. You still haven't recovered yet? Perhaps. It seems I pushed myself too hard. So I'll go back now. Yeah. I guess we'll call it a night. Yeah, I'll be waiting here tomorrow. Not looking me in the eye, Artwood leaves quickly. Well, I go up the residential hill and arrive at the outskirts of the mansion. It's around 2 in the morning. Nice. As expected, I'm totally assailed by sleepiness. I wonder if she's going to be okay. I'm concerned about how she seemed when we parted. It seemed like it wasn't pain from her wound, but... Hmm? What is that? Feels like there's someone lurking in the shadows not illuminated by the streetlights. Uh-oh. We're getting jumped? My heart stops my breath. My blood rushes through my body, this sensation. Certainly there's someone standing there. The figure gets closer and closer. What if it's just like Atya? Footsteps. The sound of dry footsteps reaches my ears. Thump. I have a bad feeling about this. Chills race up my spine. The figure draws near. Suddenly the streetlights shatter loudly. Okay, I don't think it's Atya. The moon is hidden by the clouds. The whole world instantly turns to darkness. Take off the glasses! It's time to start cutting. Because even if it's dark, we should still see the person's lines, right? My heartbeat skips as if it's warning me of death. I jump back for no apparent reason. A blade runs through the darkness. Ooh, dodged. Kinda. Not being able to get away fully, my glasses are grazed by it. They fall to the ground with a clatter. Who? Then start to say, are you? The clouds part for a brief moment and the dark figure is illuminated. Oh shit. Look at this guy. Spooky looking motherfucker. What? A man wrapped entirely in bandages is gripping a knife. The bandaged man goes to attack me again. I quickly ready my knife and stop it. Two slivers of light shoot towards each other. Knife fight. I can't think calmly. The fact that I'm being attacked causes my mind to panic. Clang, clang. Sparks fly from our clashing knives and scatter into the darkness. Shouldn't the knife be killed already? That's just, we're not trying to concentrate on not alive objects. I still can't calm down. It's not because I'm being attacked. Clang. I swing my knife to cancel out the one attacking me from every angle. Why? What's surprising is that my body is completely stopping all the attacks in the darkness without a pause. My body is moving by itself? No, that's not it. All my arms are doing is seeking out the lines and points that I can see in the darkness with my glasses off. Dude, that's what I was saying. Who cares about the dark? I can see the lines. That's all I can see, so I swing my knife through the dark air after those lines. As a result, the bandaged man's knife is simply stopping mine. Also, we're on the attack, not him. In other words, it's not that I'm defending myself, but he's defending himself from me. Though he attacked first. He literally attacked first. So this is self-defense, maybe. Not really, but like, we can argue it. I can win. I don't know who he is, but there's no doubt. I'm overwhelming him. Well, like, he's blocking all your attacks, though. So, like, are you overwhelming him? He's a vampire, so he should be physically stronger than us. Because we're not going bloodlusted sicko mode like we did with Nero. Though he is weaker than Nero, so, like, one hit wins. My blood rages forth from my advantage. I'll win. I'm stronger than him. Because I'm stronger. Because he's trying to kill me, aren't I just returning the favor? Clang, clang. The sound of ringing metal echoes in the air, and I force him back towards the mansion wall. Wait, he's at the mansion? Yo, get out of here. There. My eyes fixate on the line on his chest, and I thrust my knife forward. Momentarily. For some reason, I see a boy painted in blood and Atya's crying face. Gah. I pull my knife back before completion. What am I? I'm trying to kill someone. Why? Because he's trying to kill you. Who cares? And he has red eyes. He's a vampire. My head. Or, like, I don't know if he's the main vampire. He could be just the dead or whatever, but just kill him anyways. Who cares? He does kind of have main character energy. Like, he actually has a sprite, unlike the other one, though. My head hurts. My legs wobble and I stagger backwards. As I do so, I empty the contents of my stomach. My chest starts to itch. My head hurts. The old wound on my chest burns. My eyes feel like they're going to burst out of their sockets. I can't stop throwing up. The vomit splatters all over the asphalt. And there, the bandaged man comes after me with his knife. Yo, just kill this guy, man. What are we doing? He's trying to kill us. Don't feel bad for him. Another collision. My knife shoots towards his. This time I really defend myself. I know where he's aiming. Since I know I blocked him once again with another claim. Dude, we know where he's aiming because we can see where the knife is going because of the lines, I think, maybe. Or just like the lines in his arm, I guess, is enough indicator. Clank, clank, clank. Despite not being able to see his knife due to its speed, I somehow managed to block it over and over. The reason I can defend myself is simple. Because where he's aiming are the lines on my body. Oh. So I know where he is aiming at, and I understand more than anyone that having them cut would mean instant death, so I have to defend it. No, wait. Aiming for my lines? Ah, it's the exact opposite of before. That means don't tell me he... The bandage man smiles in the darkness. He has the powers? Or is he just, like, aiming for your vital spots? Did they kill you too? Thump. My heart rate goes out of control. Feeling some unnameable fear, I stumble backwards. He doesn't pursue me. I mean, if he does have the mystic eyes, then he's definitely just stronger than Nero. I mean, there's 3 in the verse, man. He doesn't pursue me, he just smiles. His bloodshot eyes seem to be saying, so he finally realized it as he sneers at me. You can see them? Yes. He also can see the lines. Then he can also kill with one blow. The man laughs. He draws near while laughing. Damn, okay, that's spooky. I, even down to my fingers gripping the knife, tremble uncontrollably. Slice, slice, slice. The sound of flesh being pierced by a blade resounds 3 times. Then thud, a sound of a body hitting the wall. Well, I'm guessing that's the vampire. Because he was next to a wall and also can't die yet. Eh? I can't grasp the situation. Who did it? The Benjamin was suddenly pierced by 3 spear-like pipes. 3 means maybe CL, but pipes is not how I would describe the black keys. Not just pierced, but stuck onto the wall, like an insect pinned in a bud collection. You're in my way. His voice grates awfully. At the same time, the 3 spears alight like candles and engulf him in flames. Okay, that is CL. Ah... An English voice in the whirlpool of flames. I mean, this might be the main body if he has the eyes. I don't even know. Like, it hasn't really confirmed it. He just thinks that way. Like, I still think he could have just been aiming for the vitals. In the darkness, the scene seemed less cruel and almost beautiful. Ah, the bandage man. No, the bandages are burned already. His skin is showing. Wrapped in the flames, the man stares at me. His bloodshot eyes filled with only with murder. His black eyes like a weapon bent on cursing Tono Shiki. What? Stunned, I can only watch. He runs off into the distance, still engulfed in flames. Okay, escaped. Saved? The moon reemerges. After those flames and that cursing voice, everything returns to silence like it was before. I fall to my knees and lean against a wall. I look up at the sky. In the direction where the spears flew from, someone is standing high and far off. Yep. Why do you call it pipes, though? Yo, look at Xiao, man. In full sicko mode. Finally get to see the real thing, not Chia with rulers. Rulers instead of flat keys. Far away. Standing composed on top of the streetlights, I see a familiar figure. Eh? Robes like a priest from another country. Clenched in her hand, large nail-like swords. Emotionless, pale eyes. Blue, sky-blue eyes. Senpai? Under the moonlight, I can only make out the silhouette, but she seems to resemble Senpai. Our eyes meet. The standing figure on top of the streetlight suddenly disappears like a ghost. Ah. I sit down roughly. Is it relief from my headache fading or just the lifting of all the tension? Leaning my back against the wall, I start to drift off to sleep. Chapter end? Death. Alright, guys. We're gonna end here, though. Another good sesh here. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. If he has the Mr. Guy's death perception on a vampire, feels crazy OP. And I'm assuming that's a vampire. Shiki did describe his eyes as black, but it was clearly like red, like Archwood, so I'm just assuming. Also, like tanking, what was it? Did they say three? Yeah, three black keys and being set on fire. Like that's definitely not normal. So guess we'll have to see, man. You think you think I'd remember that though? That seems like a kind of a crazy detail. Though I barely remembered Nero. I just remembered him from the video game, so that's not. I wonder if this guy. I mean, this guy was probably in the Type Moon Wars, but maybe I just didn't get far enough to see him. If it is the main body, which I assume it is. Main body, I mean like the main vampire. It's not like different bodies, but whatever. You get what I'm saying. Anyways, good episode though. Thanks for watching as always, and yeah, see you next time as we finally get the probably finally get the face of the next villain we need to beat.